Chapter 1. Secret Love. Daniel is a taxi driver. He works for a big taxi company, but he doesn't own a taxi himself because he doesn't have much money. Every day, Daniel drives a different taxi. The company owns the taxis, and he makes sure to keep them clean. Daniel is a very handsome man, and everyone thinks he is good-looking. Sometimes women passengers in his taxi ask him, "What time do you finish work?" They invite him to parties, saying, "We are having a party tonight. Would you like to come?" Although Daniel receives many invitations for dates from women, he always says no. When asked why he says no, Daniel reveals it's because he is in love with someone else. He loves Charlotte, a woman he has never spoken to. Her full name is Charlotte Arthur Lewis. Daniel knows her name because it is written on the wall next to a picture. You see, Daniel is in love with a painting of Charlotte. Her picture is displayed in the city art gallery. Every day, Daniel walks to the taxi company. His work hours are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but he always arrives at work at 8 a.m. He comes early to clean his taxi. The company has a rule that all taxi drivers must clean the taxi they drove after work, but many drivers don't do it. Daniel doesn't like that, so he cleans the taxi before he starts his day. He takes pride in keeping his taxi clean and presentable for passengers. Chapter 2. Visit to art gallery. When Daniel finishes work, he goes to the art gallery because he likes art. But what he especially likes is the painting of Charlotte Arthur Lewis. He stands in front of the painting and looks at it for a long time. He knows everything about the painting. Daniel bought a catalogue from the art gallery, and it has a small photograph of the picture in it. He keeps the catalogue next to his bed. The woman in the picture is very beautiful and young. She is wearing a white satin dress and beautiful jewelry with diamonds and emeralds. When Daniel looks at the painting, he feels like she is looking at him too. Daniel dreams about Charlotte Arthur Lewis. In his dreams, she is still alive, and he imagines her as his girlfriend. But he is sad because Charlotte Arthur Lewis died a long time ago. He knows it may seem crazy, but Daniel never tells anyone about his secret love for Charlotte. He is sure he will never love another woman like he loves her. Sometimes, when he is alone in the art gallery, Daniel talks to Charlotte. He thinks that sometimes she answers him, even though she is just a painting. Daniel's love for Charlotte creates a unique bond between him and the artwork. This bond drives him to visit the gallery every day, hoping to feel closer to the woman he admires from the past. Chapter 3. The Lost Earring. One morning, Daniel arrives at work as usual at 8 a.m. "Good morning," he says to the man in the taxi office. "Which car will I drive today?" "Good morning, Daniel," the man replies. "Number 12 for you today." "I'm sorry," the man continues. "Charlie drove it last night and it's very dirty. That man is a pig. He never cleans his taxi." "That's okay," says Daniel confidently. "I have time. I will clean it myself." Daniel starts by cleaning the outside of the taxi first. Then he moves on to clean the inside. As he cleans, he finds empty cans and an empty pizza box on the floor next to the driver's seat. He sighs and thinks that Charlie should have cleaned up after himself. The back of the taxi is not as dirty, but Daniel cleans it too. While cleaning, he spots something shiny on the floor near the back seat. Curious, he picks it up. It's an earring. Daniel looks at the earring closely and thinks, I know this earring. I have seen it before. Maybe I saw a passenger wearing it. According to the taxi company's rules, if a driver finds anything in the taxi, they should give it to the man in the office. But Daniel is not sure about what to do with the earring. He wants to think about it, so he puts the earring in his pocket. Chapter 4. In Search of the Owner. Daniel makes a sandwich and coffee. He sits at the table in his small kitchen. He takes out the earring and examines it. Where have I seen this earring? He thinks. He holds the earring in his hand. He thinks for a long time. Then he remembers. He runs to his bedroom. He gets the catalogue from the art gallery. He looks at the photograph of Charlotte Arthur Lewis's picture. He looks at Charlotte's earrings. Yes, that's it. The earring in his hand is the same. Daniel goes back to the kitchen. He thinks, this earring has emeralds and diamonds. It's very valuable. I should give it to the office, but I want to find the owner and return it myself. Daniel eats his sandwich and drinks the coffee. He takes a shower. Then he puts the earring in his pocket and goes downstairs. He takes a bus back to the taxi company. He talks to the man in the office. I want to talk to Charlie. When will he finish work today? Daniel asks. He'll be here around midnight, the man replies. Daniel goes to the art gallery. He looks at Charlotte Arthur Lewis's painting. He still loves her. He wants to take the earring out of his pocket, but he's too scared. Maybe someone will see him. Maybe the earring is made from real diamonds and emeralds. Daniel could be in big trouble. When the gallery closes, Daniel goes to a park. He sits on a bench. He thinks about the beautiful picture and the earring. Then he falls asleep. When he wakes up, it's very late. It's 11 p.m., Daniel exclaims. He runs to the taxi company and waits for Charlie. Charlie drives his taxi into the garage at 5 minutes past midnight. Charlie is tired. He wants to go home, but Daniel wants to talk to him. Charlie, did you have a woman passenger last night? Daniel asks. Of course I had many passengers, some of them were women. Charlie replies tiredly. Tell me about them. Where did you take them? I don't know, I can't remember, says Charlie. Please, Charlie, think. Daniel insists. I picked up 2 women and took them to a restaurant in Beaufort. I picked up an old man and a woman at the bus station. They wanted to go to an apartment building near the university. All the other passengers were men. No, I remember. There was one more. I took a young woman to a hotel. She seemed upset. That was my last job last night. Which hotel, Charlie? Asks Daniel. I don't remember. Go away. I'm too tired. I want to go home. Charlie walks out of the garage. Daniel thinks, what should I do? Then he remembers, every time a taxi driver picks up a new passenger, they must call the office. The taxi company keeps a record of every job on the computer in the office. Daniel runs to the office. The nighttime office manager is a woman named Freya. Freya, last night Charlie took a woman to a hotel. Which hotel was it? Why do you want to know? Freya asks. Daniel feels unsure about sharing the earring's story. He can't tell Freya about the earring. Freya might say, "Why did you keep it? Give it to me, you know the rule." Daniel worries he might lose his job. He thinks hard, but he has no idea. Suddenly, a loud noise in the garage catches his attention. A taxi coming in has hit a taxi going out. Freya runs out, and Daniel can hear shouting at the drivers. Quickly, he goes to the computer, thinking, "I must hurry. Freya will come back soon." He finds Charlie's last job from last night. Daniel leaves the office, realizing it's too late to go to the hotel now. "But tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't work on Wednesdays. I'll go tomorrow morning," he decides. The next morning, Daniel stands outside the small, cheap hotel. He thinks, "I will find the owner," and waits patiently. He watches the people walking in and out of the hotel for hours. Of course, Daniel doesn't know the owner of the earring. He doesn't know her name or her face, but he believes he will find her. It is 9 p.m., and Daniel feels tired and hungry. "I have seen many people," he thinks, "but who is the owner of the earring? I still don't know. I'm so stupid. What can I do?" He decides, "I will go to the gallery. I will ask Charlotte Arthur. She will help me." Chapter 5. A Miraculous Reunion. Daniel goes to the gallery. Upon arriving, he feels angry. He sees someone standing in front of Charlotte Arthur Lewis's picture. He can't talk to her. He has to wait. Daniel walks closer to the picture. A young and pretty woman stands there. She is crying and doesn't hear Daniel approaching. Daniel gets surprised when he hears the woman talking to the picture.
"Oh, great-grandmother, I am Stella. I came here from my home, a very small town near Galena. I worked in the local shop and I hated it. I want to live in the city, but my father wants me to stay at home. I have no mother. My grandmother was very kind. She told my father to let me go to the city. I saved my money for 2 years, and finally I had enough to come here. My grandmother told me about you. She told me to come and see your picture. She gave me her earrings and said they will bring you good luck."
"They are my mother's earrings. Long ago, our family was rich and powerful.
But now we have nothing, only these earrings. Last week I got an office job in the city. I started looking for an apartment, but I did a terrible thing. A man at the office asked me on a date, and I said yes. I wore the earrings because I wanted to look beautiful, but the man from the office is not a nice man. He didn't take me to a restaurant. He took me to a park. I was scared and I ran away. Then I got a taxi. When I got to my hotel, I looked in the mirror. I was very shocked because I only had one earring. I cannot go back to that office and I can't go home. I don't know what to do. I am so sorry."
Daniel waits. He is sure the picture will talk to Stella. He looks at the picture, but the eyes in the picture are not looking at Stella. The eyes in the picture are looking at him. Daniel asks himself, "What does this mean? Charlotte Arthur wants me to do something, but what? What does she want me to do?" Daniel suddenly shouts, "Charlotte Arthur, tell me, what should I do?" The young woman turns around and asks,
"Who are you?"
"I am Daniel. I drive a taxi. I have something for you." Daniel puts his hand in his pocket, takes out the earring and gives it to her. "Is this yours?" he asks. She takes the earring and looks at it for a long time.
Yes, it is. This is a miracle. Where did you find it? How did you find me?
Daniel says, I like this painting. When I found the earring, I thought it looked the same as the earring in the painting. I came to check. Daniel thinks it's not a good idea to say more. If he tells Stella the whole story, she will think he is crazy, and she is very pretty, even more beautiful than Charlotte Arthur. Then Daniel says, Would you like to come and have a coffee with me? Stella smiles and says,
Yes, I would like that, but first I have to do something.
She turns back to the painting and says,
Thank you, great-grandmother. You have helped me. I will come and see you often.
Stella and Daniel walk towards the door of the gallery. Daniel turns around to look at the painting. Stella doesn't see him, but he waves his hand to Charlotte Arthur. Goodbye. And Daniel is sure that the woman in the painting smiles and waves goodbye back to him.